just returned to Port Nyanzaru and finished some interviewing of potential guides to take us into the interior. We were interested in who knew the parts of Chult we were interested in going to explore. And this was after we'd returned from Port Balurin, where we'd revealed the commander to be in cahoots somehow with the pirates in Jahaka Anchorage. So after we outed to the commander, proved our innocence, we returned to Port Nyanzaru, and now we're basically interviewing to prepare to head out and see some more jungle.
Yep. So the ball's in your court, so to speak, to decide. Well, I guess you need to decide on which guys you're going to hire.
Yeah.
All.
We're very expensive.
Also, I doubt they'd want to work. I doubt very much they'll actually work together, aside from any other technicalities.
Right.
Some of them hate each other anyway, don't they?
Well, yes, exactly.
Well, why don't we hire the ones that are off the books, and then once we've used them, instead of paying them, we just kill them and toss their bodies in the jungle.
Good idea.
No.
I'll nix that idea.
Yeah,
Are you
me
sure it's cheapest?
too. Me too against it. We are not killing people unless they wanna kill us. No thanks.
It'll be an accident, I promise.
No.
What is it we're looking for?
Right, the first thing we want to do is reach the Guardian Naga of a ruined city that is west of Mbala. And to do that, we need to travel down the Soshan Star River past Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance, to which we've met a traveling half-orc fighter type who is basically going to travel with us. So we need a guide that potentially knows where those ruins are, so they can lead us straight there. Once we're there, we can then speak to the Guardian Naga, who's also an oracle, and she can tell us exactly where to go to get to the city of Omu. And then we may need a different guide to get us wherever that place is.
We're looking for knowledge, not strength, basically.
Yeah, I don't think we expect the guides to do any helping. I mean, other than just making sure we don't eat anything poisonous or, do something really stupid.
So rather than picking one that we do want, I suggest that we get rid of the ones that we don't want and then make a decision based off that.
Yeah.
River Mist and Flask.
Yeah.
River and Flask. Don't want.
Eliminate the unsuitable ones. Yes.
Don't tell for folk to eliminate them.
I'm sorry, say again.
I said, don't tell for folk to eliminate them.
I said take care of them, not take care of them.
I meant from the list.
Oh, says Fafuk, putting his dagger away.
Salida is snide as fuck. She hates everybody. Whether that's misjudged or what, I don't like her.
Who's that? Salida.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's hot.
Beware, Japalan is no good flunkies. I mean, he hates on everybody. River Mist and Flask hate everybody as well.
And they're not sanctioned.
Are they not? Okay. No, fuck them then. Musharib.
I don't know. I don't want to get sidetracked. I know you're a dwarf and he's a dwarf, and dwarf.
No, I'm just saying the names and reading stuff out that I've already read. He's looking for Moradin's Gauntlet, though. Could that be the same thing as what Akini wants? At the very least, we must sneak in and recover a relic known as Moradin's Gauntlet.
No, Akini's never mentioned Gauntlet, I don't think.
Oh, you were an amulet.
No,
Sorry. Yeah, you were an amulet.
We're an amulet.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Fuck him off then. He wants something from us.
It wasn't Akini. It was shit. It wasn't Akini. It was
Wakanga.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. You know what I mean, though.
Wakanga.
The one was sending us for the amulet.
Yeah. So the Hugh Hackenstone. I mean, he's one-armed.
He's a one-armed dwarf. I'm not good with him.
I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. He sounds absolutely brilliant if we wanted to fight our way from one side of the continent to the other. But I don't think he knows what we're looking for.
Perul and Gondola, they've got a Triceratops, but I think they just.
I don't know, because he said he knows every gorge and trail and plateau and mountain. Short. That's his burst, anyway.
Aren't we looking for a temple, though? Which is what's leading me to Echo. There are many ruins and ancient temples that must be reclaimed. Surely she's going to know which way they are then. That the spirits of nature can return to their sacred place and live in.
If I were going to take two, I'd take that Azaka and Echo.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. But I'm going to sway towards Echo.
That's if we take two. If we take one, I'd say Azaka.
See, Azaka wants something from us, though.
Yeah, but it's
Is it on the
essentially
way?
free. It's not
Is it on the way, though?
on the way, but it's not far area-wise on the map.
Okay. Does anybody else have any opinions?
I just don't want to kill anyone, you know.
Fuck off.
No, seriously, you know. I mean, eliminate the unsuitable ones and pick the, whatever.
Oh, you mean don't kill them? No, I'm not planning on killing anybody.
I know, but some others mentioned the idea. We are not doing that.
I think that read your book. Okay, so I'm voting Echo and Azaka.
Where did they say that fire thing or what? That Azaka, Phil?
I'm looking, couldn't find it.
It's not on the map, I don't think.
Is it on your player map? Just a moment.
No. But we did ask where it was.
Wasn't it like the River Olung or something?
I'll just tell you just a moment. Oh no, I don't want that map.
I remember thinking it was like a bit of a detour.
Firefinger is near the to the south, the southern end of River Tiriki.
Yeah.
Tiriki.
So it's across from Camp Vengeance, basically. To the east of Camp Vengeance.
South and east.
Yeah, more east than south, though.
Well, it depends how far the river goes.
The river seems to end around where that mountain is.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry. Poor lighting.
Does anybody have any issue with hiring both? Do they have an issue with hiring both? Because that'd be a moot issue. It'd be a moot point, wouldn't it, if we both want to come with us?
It might get expensive though.
It's fine.
Well, one's potentially free if we take up a personal quest. And then you're only paying for one, so you can basically have two for one. Get a two-for.
The thing is, we end up in this situation where we just hoard money and then we get fucked over by pirates, so I'm willing to spend it now while we've got it.
Do we want to get sidetracked by another quest?
If it's on the way, then I don't see a problem, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'd go for Eku myself, mainly because I'd rather find out where if she knows how to get us to the Guardian Naga, we'll then know where Omu is. Once we know where Omu is, then we may pick a different guide to get us there, and then we could potentially take the scenic route, which means we hire the other one and tick off her mission on the way to Omu.
We've narrowed it down to two, aren't we? So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know why. I kind of like Eku. Small, angry woman with big sticks. So, yeah, I'd go for Eku if she can get us to the Oracle. If not, Azaka to get us to the Oracle, and then we pick whichever one's suitable to get us to Omu, and we take the scenic route if we want to. Does that make sense to people?
It's perfect sense to me.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay.
go with Eku then.
No, I don't mind going with them both if they'll come.
Yeah, so Phil, I suppose how do we reach out and pull in Eku and Azaka to ask them the direct question, who can lead us to the Guardian Naga Oracle of the ruins which are located west of Mbala?
You just hand in one of their like relevant tokens. You
The
can hand
chip.
it, yeah. So you can give it anywhere where they're like advertised. So you can just give it to like a barkeep, the innkeeper at here, and they'll like pass it on because it's yeah. So most of the guides do business through inns and various other places, so they have arrangements.
Cool. We do that, then we hand over the 2 tokens so we can chat to both. Oh, something tickled the back of my head the other day, Phil, when you mentioned going into the jungle, because wasn't there an acolyte in the temple who wanted to tag along?
Yes.
I mentioned. Sorry, what was the name?
Ine, was it? Ine?
Something like that.
Inyet.
Inyet.
Yeah, she was kind of hot too, but she didn't want any money to go with, so.
It's in yet.
Oh no,
Sorry.
Inet. It was just Inet, I-N-E-T.
Yeah, she
I
was
think.
Was she offering to pay money? I can't remember. She was offering to pay to help finance it.
I think.
Oh,
Uh,
joke. Is it in yet?
Cheeky.
What's I can't see Tacklin's alignment on his character sheet.
Chaotic neutral. I just like causing trouble when I can. Can I change it? Chaotic
Let's turn you back on that guy.
You what?
Old, what's that thing? That picture. Get it neutral.
All right.
Chaotic good, actually. Alignment, it's right at the bottom of my character sheet, Phil.
Is it?
Yep.
So, yeah, so I suppose we hand in the tokens for Zaka and Eku, and I mentioned to the guys that there was a bit of a cutie who wanted to tag along. We're probably heading down the Ocean Star anyway, so are they okay if I wander off to the temple and invite her to tag along to at least one of the camps, righteous or whatever?
We're going to have a right entourage right down with got going.
Yeah, it's more to distract the dinosaurs and the zombies.
Yeah,
while we
Wind
get away.
shields. We need more cannon fodder, yeah. Or meat shield or
Yeah, don't forget the good aligned people over in the group wouldn't be wanting to put people in danger. They're wanting to make sure they're protected.
We do that anyway.
Do we? Yeah.
The folk don't care.
I think I know a solution. If they stay close to the cleric, they will be healed back all the time. I'm confident in his abilities.
We've got a cleric?
Just my priorities.
Priorities.
You may not have noticed that the cleric don't really give a fuck.
I as a player, I know that. As a character, I pretend not.
No. You'll have noticed that Fufuk always takes care of the people between him and the people carrying pointy things that want to stick them into him.
Yeah,
All with sharp
Sounds like
teeth.
rape to me.
Yeah.
true.
Right, so we hand in the tokens, Phil, and then what do you guys think? You want Inet to come along?
With a name like Inept, it sounds like a disaster,
Yeah.
disaster waiting to happen.
Did
If
you
you're
want
offering
again?
to fund it, then
Yeah, but you can't just chuck money at stuff. It's up to you.
we've already got one tag along.
Yeah, she looks useful though.
What's
I mean,
another?
Was a big. Yeah, cool. All right, so what time of the day is it?
How about me?
Phil, is it sort of evening?
It's late evening, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, fair dues. I'll pop around in the morning over to the big temple and tell her we're leaving as soon as the guides and stuff is sorted. Right. Unless anything else is going on, Fufuk's going to get his head down and rest.
Okay, so you're handing back the token for You're passing a token for Azaka and for Eku to the
Yeah.
to the innkeep.
Yes,
Correct.
please.
Right. Okay. Right then. So it's the next day. Still on the wrong thing.
Where did I lose 6 points?
Throwing that dagger at each other.
Oh yeah, of course they were. Yeah.
Yeah, Fufuk's a lot better now, but yeah, he's convinced that basically his shield attracts stuff, but he gets damage resistance from it. So he's like, well, just win some, lose some.
So yeah, it's the next day. It's God's Day. Although it would be on the mainland, it's not. So it doesn't necessarily have as same like effect on businesses as it would have on the mainland. Obviously, the temples will be in full swing since since all the temples venerate deities from the mainland.
Cool. Fufuk sort of says right after brekkie he's going to wander off to the Temple of Estus and look up the cutie pie, invite her along the mission. Maybe she can remind him what the deal was that she offered. You know, quite a lot of water under the keels happened since then, so she may have to refresh his memory.
Do we think we'll be setting out today? The only reason I'm thinking is because of spells for tackling.
Probably tomorrow, I would have thought, because we're probably going to have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So
Need some canoes,
uh,
don't we?
canoes is going to be one thing, and probably stock up on that insect repellent as well.
I've already got some. I've got loads actually, but yeah, definitely do that too.
Cool. Right, so full. Do I get to the temple without mishap?
And there's going to have to be rack as well.
Just one moment, just trying to find Inet or whatever she's called.
Can't remember if I even put her in the notes. I'm on the wrong laptop, you see, so this laptop doesn't have any of my notes in it. So.
Ah, there we go. There she is. Inet.
It's you're really loud, Phil.
Am I?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'll turn you down.
Sound like you're in a cave.
Yeah, everybody was sounding like that to me at one off and on.
Sorry, you just scared me then.
He's in his man cave.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay, so yeah, you what's somebody else doing while Fufuk toddles off to the Temple of Istus?
I will go with him
Gonna go with him.
just for
we've-
emotional support and to oversee him because he might do something stupid and we don't want that.
I'll
Emotional
just let everybody
support.
know that we've got 5 day passes to the spa, as I recall. Maybe we should get a spa day in as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Is it gone that? So yeah, if I don't think I've got anything else to buy. I think I've been prepared for the past week or so. So I'm gonna.
I've just got some more insect repellent. I'm going to have to buy some rations.
5 day passes to the bathhouse. So that's where you'll find me today, gents.
Nice.
And what about the monks?
I'm going to have to buy some more insect repellent and
And which one is it you're buying?
it's that greasy salve one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot
And
more convenient.
more rations. And I'll have a look at the cost of canoes as well.
If you want, I can ready up Goodberry, so we don't need food.
Better off having them as a backup though, just in case.
Okay. I've stopped carrying it because I've just got it ready all the time now.
Right,
again.
so canoes are 50 gold pieces each.
Oh,
It's up
it's
to
old.
6 medium creatures.
Holds 6 medium creatures and has a maximum speed of 2 miles per hour, so otherwise identical to a rowboat.
Should we get 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Right. Should we just keep a running total and then we'll divide it by 5 and then.
Cool. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's 100 GP so far.
So, rowboat. Weighs 100 pounds.
Each.
Yes, each canoe weighs 100 pounds.
you'd have 2 people would have to carry it between them.
how many people are we taking?
Well, at least another guide, Inet, and what was the half-orc's name? The fighter?
It was
Something to
Undrill Silver Tusk.
Thank you.
Tusk.
So the insect repellent, the salve is a gold piece and for a gourd that weighs a pound, and that each gourd contains 20 applications, and each application lasts for 24 hours and is waterproof.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's why we went with it.
Yeah, the other one's cheap, but it's just incense, so it's only
Yeah,
any
it's
when
good for a campsite,
Yeah.
basically.
Would we need it though if we're in Layman's Marshall? We can only get us 5 in Layman's Tiny Hawk, can't we?
No, it's up to 8 people, isn't it? Or 10?
believe so.
8 or
Plus 3.
medium size 8 or 10. I'm checking.
Gonna have to be a layman's hotel at this rate.
Yeah, I'm charging. I'm charging
Yeah,
actually.
don't forget you'll need salves and things for the guides that you're taking along, and anybody else you're taking along.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, they didn't say that. You bring your own stuff.
Hang on, let me get the salves while I'm out. So we're gonna have...
Lemon's tiny hut is a 10-foot radius, so that's 6 meters across. So that's
Yeah, but it says how many people fit in it once. Let me just.
size of a medium-sized bedroom in the
Tiny
UK. I would-
hut. Is
Nine creatures of
nine.
medium size.
9.
9.
9.
So the party is 5 plus another 4. Whoever doesn't fit in, they have to sleep outside.
Cool. Right. So next,
There you go.
I suppose we should ask the guides. Once we hire the guide, they can also give us advice on what they think is appropriate, depending on our route. I suppose.
Sorry, modification. Sorry, altering what I said. 9 creatures, medium size, blah blah blah. With you, so that means 10.
Oh, cool.
Not including you, with you. So me plus 9 medium creatures.
Okay, that's just enough then. Nice. Right. Yeah, Phil, do I get to the temple okay?
Yes, just double checking what everybody else is, finalising what everybody else is doing. So, what's Lu Hai doing?
The bathroom, me.
Well, I'll try the spa then.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
Public bathhouse. Okay, so we go to the. So you two head over to the public bathhouse. So Port Yanzu is a very clean city thanks to the cleansing rain, and its residents are also scrupulous about their hygiene. And most would be repulsed by the thought of a day without at least one bath. And there's dozens of small bathhouses scattered across the city that operate like private clubs, but the public bathhouse, for which you have the tickets, is open to everyone.
Lovely.
And
It's both egalitarian and elegant. Wealthy merchants and dock labourers rub elbows in the tiled baths and marble-floored changing rooms. There's no charge, but the babes are requested to leave a donation to the temple, befitting their station in life.
What? Where have we ended up with 5 free tickets to a free bathhouse?
yeah, I was gonna say that's a little bit dubious.
So
And you know,
you get preferential treatment.
Oh, nice. Is that like a happy ending?
And I'm wondering, apart from elbows, do they rub anything else as well?
Yeah, so because Chilterns are justifiably proud of this facility, even the poorest try to leave at least a copper piece in a giant clamshell by the entrance. Many independent masseurs and masseuses are on hand to massage weary muscles. These services are not free, but they are to people who have with a free token.
Cool.
I'm looking for a female halfling one.
No, you've got to the temple.
You're definitely not here.
No, later on, after you tell me what's going on.
I'm using both your tickets. I'm using my ticket and yours.
Shit! I'm left out. All right, yeah, have fun.
Right, so that's where you two are.
Yeah.
Obol's going shopping, and Laurel and Hardy are off to the temple.
Laurel and Hardy, thank you. I'm wondering which one am I?
I'll leave that to you to decide.
I must be the short one.
Right. So, you arrive at the temple, and services. There's a service being held. So almost all of the clergy, from the head priest to the acolytes, occupied with the ceremonies going on. There's a few that aren't that are busy and about attending to other jobs as well.
Okay, I see if I can collar one of the attendees at a loose end and say I'm looking for an acolyte named Inet. I have some business with her I need to conclude.
I should say to tell you that Inet will be assisting Grandfather Zitembe.
I go, ooh, nod, wink, wink, that kind of attending, yes.
It's going to be that kind of session today, I feel.
They like frown at you and point to Grandfather Zitembe, who was like conducting the service.
Oh, right, sorry. That Grandfather Zitembe, yeah. Okay, I asked them if the ceremony is going to take long.
This session will last about an hour.
Okay, I suppose. Hey, Kate, shall we go grab something to eat and then come back in an hour, or do you want us to kick back and watch them?
No, I'm a halfling. I'm always hungry. Let's go and eat something.
Okay, we go find some street food to snack on while we wait.
Okay.
Yeah, once. Oops, sorry, Karen.
Yep. So you pass a bit of time until the services are finished, and then wait for an opportune moment to approach Inet.
Yep. I mean, if Grandfather's attempt is about to obviously sort of politely nod and make small talk before chatting to Inet.
Okay.
And then, sort of wander up, say, hey, how you doing? Not forgotten about you. had a few things to take care of, but just
Says, have you considered my offer?
yeah, could you refresh my memory exactly? I remember being utterly bedazzled by your beautiful eyes, and I can't quite remember the offer. Could you refresh my memory, please?
She tells you that she had. She reminds you that she had disturbing visions of robed wizards operating a secret base somewhere in the Aldani Basin.
Oh,
She approached. So grandfather, the Tembe still stood nearby as well. So said she spoke to grandfather, but although he has many things that demand his attention, he has given me permission to investigate. So I've been looking for an expedition that are heading towards or through that region.
right.
With grandfather's permission, I will be happy to provide my own food and supplies, and also donate another 100 gold pieces to the expenses for the expedition.
Ooh, that's
Uh,
always taken care of.
and
Nice.
and what are you trying to find there? What is your expectation?
To determine the nature of my vision.
Hmm. Okay.
So she wants to confirm whether it's true or not.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was just
Okay.
making sure that I understood it right.
Well, I mean, for Fuchs, like, he's got no issue with other clerics of other religions having visions. Gods are all there and exist and stuff. So he's like, well, our current plan is to explore by going down the Socian Star, because we are looking to speak to an oracle, which we believe is a Naga in a ruined city west of Mbala. Is Yoaldani Basin in that area? I mean, it's not on the map that we possess, so I'm not 100% sure if it's in the same area you're looking to explore.
She's not entirely sure. She knows she's been able to from speaking to people. She knows that the river Socian Star is fed by the waters in the Aldani Basin.
Ah, okay. Well, I actually, Phil, I think you mentioned that to us already. One of the guides, I think, said that to us.
Yeah.
So, I said, okay, well, look, we're going up the River Socian Star, and at least one guide has confirmed that as well. So, if you want to tag along, it'll be you. There'll be obviously me and my entourage, and we're also picking up a guide. We're still trying to decide between two. And we've also got some kind of fighter that's going to try and reinforce Camp Vengeance or Camp Righteous, one of the two. So there's going to be at least sort of 7 of us. So we should be, and we're just purchasing equipment and stuff. So we plan to leave probably tomorrow morning if she wants to meet us at the Thundering Lizard. And we'll either leave at that point probably, or arrange time to leave together if that suits her.
Right. Yeah. She seems happy with that, and says she'll make arrangements that she needs to make, and she'll meet your party at the Thundering Lizard tomorrow morning.
Excellent. Fufuk gives a florid bow with lots of twirls, and then tries to make a grand exit.
Okay. You can make a dex check to make sure you don't trip over Cade, who's always, as usual, is stood like about 2 inches behind you.
So I'm rolling performance. Would performance be good? 22.
No, a dex check.
Okay, that would be 20.
Oh, that's sufficient. So you're like you stumble, but you make it look like you've
Meant to do it.
yeah, sort of almost do a pirouette to just stumble and almost trip over Cade.
Actually, like Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, something like that.
If Laurel's face wasn't crotch height.
Oof.
Right, head back to the Thundering Lizard.
Okay. Okay, right. You get back to the Thundering Lizard, where you find Luhai and Tackling with a sort of strange-looking smirk across the faces, and their hair all like they just look like almost glistening.
What's with you two?
They've been all oiled up.
Like butt cheeks and everything. Are you like slipping as you walk?
Fucking hell.
The
I'm not
squelching.
going near to them, thank you. No.
The squelching as they walk.
Put me on theme music.
So all
How you
the,
like me now?
all the-
How are you gonna do stealth check like that?
so
There.
all the fingers nails have been manicured and cleaned and polished, and the hair's been trimmed, and it's all perfectly cut, and it's all shiny and clean. The
mean,
teeth are clean.
I mean, Fafuk's obviously intensely jealous, but also fascinated. I don't think we've ever seen Tacklan quite like this before.
Yeah, I will ask him. Are you going for a date?
Yes.
I'm like, are you sure you aren't like related to Tacklan, but not Tacklan? Because I've never seen Tacklan's fingernails this color before.
Yeah, they are usually black.
Feel glorious.
Tacklan
should try
gives
it.
up his barbarian druid ways and turns into a masseuse.
What's the occasion? Where are you going?
I just got these free tickets. I figured,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it good? Was it good?
It was fantastic.
Okay. All right.
But you'll not know.
Yeah. I mean, I can see you. You look happy and all oiled up and whatever. Sounds good.
Okay, Kate, we've had a hard day. Maybe you and I should go to this facility, and then the rest can go shopping and stuff.
Yeah, sounds good. Good. To
I've
me,
got
yeah.
I've got 2 tickets right here for you. If you want to take them, please take them. Enjoy yourselves. Oh, man.
Very generous of you. Thank you very much. We take the free tickets and we go.
What's the orc? She's got big fingers.
Oh, roaming hands, I like
Uh-huh.
it.
She gave me an oil check. I'm not making the same sense.
And we head off to go enjoy ourselves.
Okay. So, is there anything else that anybody wants to do or needs to do this day?
I suppose it's just waiting for word from the guides, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there is one thing I want to, before we leave Port Nyanza, I'm just keeping an eye out for any pirates. I think I'm one of the only people that's not being shit on. I have no
Yeah.
intention of being shit on, looking this fabulous. So I've got an eye out for any bird that comes too close.
Why don't you buy an umbrella?
No, I don't need an umbrella.
Well, that would be stylish. You are all dressed up nicely, and you walk with the
No, I'm
umbrella.
fine.
It's
Like a
common.
dwarf geisha. Like
Yeah,
a
it's
dwarf geisha.
it's a common dwarf thing, here, I guess, isn't it?
As a common dwarf, I can tell you it's not.
You wouldn't stand
So
out
yeah,
from
I'm just
the
looking
crowd.
out for any pirates that want to shit on me. I'm not having it. Not today.
Well,
Let's see. Do I have any spell to control birds? Mm.
No, but you watch out. Tacklan does. You'll be in trouble.
I know.
Got quite a few.
I know you do. It was a highball question.
Turn into a bird. A giant eagle into a giant shit right in your mouth.
Size of a
But-
frickin' cannonball.
But you should wait until we are back from the bath. Don't do it before, because it would be a waste of effort.
Yes, I agree.
How big does a T-Rex shit?
Big, very big, like an elephant. I guess it's the same
Have
size. Isn't it?
you guys ever seen the video clip of the elephant that sits on a zookeeper's head? His head
Yeah.
goes
No.
straight up the elephant's
Yeah.
ass.
No, I don't want to. Thank you.
That looks like a life experience I could do without.
Yeah, I don't want to see it ever. Thank you very much.
okay. So, it's not until after Cade and Fafuk return from their trip to the public baths that Azaka and Eku finally turn up at the Thundering Lizard.
I offer to buy them a round of drinks so we can sit and chat.
So Echo refuses where Zaka accepts your offer of a drink.
Okay. Who wants to do the talking?
Well, you do it.
Yeah, you are good at this shit.
So when you return with the drinks, Echo requests that the interview was conducted in private.
Okay. 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 Shall we? I mean, do we want to? How do we want to do this? Do one of us want to interview Azarka and present our sort of offer, and the rest present to Eku? So we sort of split them up and hold 2 simultaneous interviews.
Out of character. Are we going to ask them the same question?
Yeah, which is, can they locate the Guardian Naga of based in the ruins north of the River Tash, west of Mbala? I think that's where it's supposed to be. And then whichever one says yes basically gets the job.
And do we ask them if they could work together if we do end up taking both of them?
Correct, yes.
Bear in mind, we've got 2 boats, so we can keep them separate.
Yes. If that's how they prefer it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so Phil, we split up. I'll interview Echo and someone with me if they want, and then the rest can chat to Azarka.
Yeah.
And we present our questions. You know, can they locate this specific place for us? It's essential for us to plan our following expedition. So you know, maybe they don't guide us on this trip, but there's definitely something.
Hang on. We need to make them aware that we get of the whole route. So we're going down the River Soshan to Camp Vengeance.
Yep.
We're also looking to visit this basin that Inet wants to go to.
Well, and say that
our destination.
yes. So if we go down the River Soshan Star to its source, to investigate the Eldani Basin for the adepts vision to confirm it, and then find the Guardian Naga of the ruined city in that area.
Yeah. So we're going to Camp Vengeance, the basin, and then to our destination.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the current plan is basically to return.
Yeah.
And then plan a second expedition depending on where we find out Omu's located.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Perfect. So
okay.
That's the plan, Phil.
Okay.
Couple of questions followed by, you know, would you be comfortable working together with another guide? You know, just to make sure we.
Okay. So which interview are we doing first then?
Let's do Echoes.
Okay. So who's sitting in on the interview with Echo? Everybody or?
Yeah, it's a good idea we all sit in together if we're doing them one at a time.
Yes, I agree.
Well, no, I think we're interviewing them simultaneously,
but separately.
So we have to do one at a time.
You can do it how you like.
I guess that's the
no,
point.
but Echo didn't want to do it
in the together. Common room.
Yeah.
All right, so we can just take them both up. Take them both up to the room, then and interview them both at the same time.
Yes,
because then it saves us having to repeat the questions. We'll just ask them all at once, so we've got all together.
Perfect. Sorry, Phil, we misunderstood. I thought you meant she didn't want. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, up to our rooms. Drinks and canapes.
Okay. So, what are they? What are you going to ask them then?
Well, we sort of present what we're looking for.
Our
route, and the fact we're looking to drop off Undril Silver Tuskov at the Gauntlets camps, then carry on up to the Aldani Basin to confirm the Inet's visions of robed wizards operating in the area, and then ultimately we would be trying to locate the Guardian Naga Oracle, based in some ruins west of Mbala, to confirm the location of the lost city of Omu. Once we have that location, depending on where it is, we'll probably return to Port Nyanzaru to reprovision and head out on another expedition. So,
Or
we'd like,
that's the end game, innit?
correct. So, we would like to take both guides if possible, to try and assure our mission. But we perfectly understand if, they don't want to work too closely together. We've got 2 canoes, or there may be room to hire a second guide on a second mission if that's something that happens. What do Eku and Azaka, sorry, I think I got the names wrong, appear to be thinking?
Okay, so
we
while
present.
you're talking, Azaka appears to be like listening intently, and she nods along and makes positive grunting noises or responses every now and then, while Echo appears to be almost appears like somewhat distant, almost as if she's like daydreaming or meditating or something.
Okay. Well, she's an old lady, isn't she?
Well, she's middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
So when you've finished, Echo stands up. She says, I wish you all the best on your expedition. And I can see that your endeavour is possibly an honourable one, but I'm afraid I cannot work with you. There are those amongst you whose beliefs are counter to my own. And she bows and leaves.
Oh, wow.
Okay, then. So it's just the one.
Okay. Is Azaka able to guide us to what we're looking for?
Echo, put in the right graft for her and all.
Says I know of the wise of the oracle you speak of.
Ooh.
Saya Nembaza.
Whoa. Holy shit. We have a name?
She's a powerful and wise guardian of Orolunga. It is a wise decision to seek her out.
Okay, could you say that name again or type it in somewhere?
Saja Nembaza. Hold on a minute.
Archer in Baza.
Saja and Baza.
Ah, cool. I guessed right. It's a Sutu way of writing it. In Baza Tabanchu.
So as I've already told you, I've travelled far and wide among the jungles of Chult.
Wow.
What say you to my request of retrieving my family's heirloom from the terrafolk of Firefinger?
Yes is the answer to that.
Then
Yes.
I shall, if you agree to this, then I shall freely take you to see the oracle.
Excellent.
As soon as
That
we have
is
recovered the
excellent.
mask, I shall guide you to her door.
Okay, so just to be crystal clear, and pull out the map. Can we pull out the map and show her
Yeah.
the map? I mean, I know we had a long conversation about them not knowing.
Yeah. So she's
map
she's
visitors.
visibly impressed by the map.
And we say, can you tell us if our research has pointed us in the right direction? Because we believe currently we need to travel down the Socian Star, past the camps,
So
Aldani Basin.
yeah. So she's able. She's not. She can't give you an exact spot, but she's able to give a rough location from what she knows. Because as she tries to explain, being on the ground and looking at a map is two very different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. No,
Um,
we appreciate it.
she navigates in a completely different without the aid of a map. But yeah,
So-
she's able to give you sort of a general, sort of pinpoint a general area where she thinks Oralunga is and Firefinger is.
And those are in the ballpark for where we thought they were, yeah?
The point where she says it's almost directly east of Camp Righteous, Firefinger.
Oh, wow.
At the just tells you it's near the source, or rather, well, it's about 3/4 of the way down the River Tiriki. Oralunga is lies near the foot of the Mistcliff Mountains, several days west of Mabala, along a northern tributary of the River Tath.
Oh, wow. Okay. So is her plan for us to go down the river to Ricky, do the Firefinger thing, then cut due east to
West.
hit? Apologies. Thank you. Due west.
You can go east
Camp-
if you want. There's lots of interesting things to the east as well. You can go to Ataz Mohaha to the east.
Oh God, that sounds just bad news.
Or
But yeah,
Port
so
Castiglia.
so west to Camp Righteous, and then we continue down the Socian Star to the Aldani Basin, and then once we've got there, we can find the River Tath in its northern tributary and follow that to the Guardian. Does that sound like a plan to everyone?
Okay, so on your map, the spot where Wakanga marked the location at the location of the Shield Guardian is almost directly west of Camp Righteous.
Oh wow! So basically, on that line, we can almost bisect them. So here's a quick question. So we need the canoes for the river to Ricky. Then we're going to cross country to Camp Righteous.
And then down to Camp Vengeance, I would have just to drop off the Paladin.
Drop off the Paladin, and then it's basically you continue west to pick up the guard. Well, we need the amulet, don't we? Because without the amulet, it's pointless, isn't it? And then we're in the ballpark for finding the Guardian. Okay, so that's quite a nice, efficient route. But we're probably not going to cart the canoes through the forest. I would have just through the jungle. What do you guys think? We may have to abandon them.
Just leave them at the river.
Yeah, we should turn them upside down, and hide them, secure them, and we might find them later on. Might not, but it's worth a try.
I think we might have to carry them over from Tariki to the Socian. But then when we get to Camp Vengeance, we could leave them there. And then just pick them up on the way back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it would be like trying to carry canoes through the jungle, but I think we may have to take the call when we get there.
They did say right at the beginning when we arrived here, when we were looking at expeditions, that They suggested canoes. Even if you have to carry them over land, you're better off getting them.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah. So I'd suggest we keep them
Did
and
the-
make this way
Did
across.
the tagger on say that she got her people with her? We could
What-
have met
Paladin?
carry on.
What
Yeah, the
was-
paladin. The
No,
non-
she's on her own.
What's the distance we have to carry the canoes for?
Well, each hex is 5Ks, isn't it?
10 miles.
So 10 miles.
God, that's 3 times worse than I thought.
So what's the distance?
It's
Can
about
someone-
25, 30 miles.
So okay, with that, you're gonna make approximately a mile per hour. That's gonna be our speed, maybe even less.
But they said it's better to have them and still carry
Yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
over.
No, that's
over.
fine. I'm not saying not to. It's brilliant idea. Just we're gonna be really, really slow.
So
It'll be a massive struggle.
Azaka butts in and tells you that it's Camp Righteous is about 8 days travel west of Firefinger.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
Just-
Oh yeah, so we're carrying the canoes to Firefinger and then on from Firefinger to Camp Vengeance. Is there a way to? I mean, if we carry on further down the River Tariki, does it join up in some way that we
Says
could
no,
like?
it ends in a gorge.
Oh right, okay.
It comes
fair
up.
dues.
The source comes up from underground.
Okay.
The
understood.
one thing I'd suggest is I've still got that. We've not had that audience with a merchant prince, have we? We've
No.
gave way to is it Jabal? We wanted to speak. Is it no?
It's
not
Jabal that we wanted to speak to, yeah,
Yeah,
because we
Jabal,
wanted
yeah.
to find out where
Dyson.
Dyson had gone.
But he's the one that deals with hiring and firing of people, yeah.
He's the
he ma-
merchant prince in charge of guides and
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is, could we not hire 6 people to carry canoes for us? I'm saying 6 because if 2 people carry a canoe, then we could take 3 canoes, one of them for the 6 people that we need to take. Does that not make sense? Instead of us carrying the canoes, it's just a thought, and I'm sure that's something that Jabal could do.
I mean,
It could put us in contact with 6 people that we could trust. Or, well, he trusts to carry 3 canoes for us. It's just a thought. I know it's money, but
can we hire port? I mean, what you're talking about is hiring porters. So, I mean, Phil, is that something that we can do in Port
So
Nyanzaru?
Azaka says that Jabal can arrange for arrange the hiring of porters if you wish.
It's going to be massively expensive, this.
yeah.
you don't know without asking, do you? You just jump.
Exactly. No, let's. I mean, we need to move quickly because we want to head off tomorrow, don't we?
It's either we drag these 2 boats across, or we let somebody else be in charge of it and just give them a bit of money. Which I'm pretty flush, so I don't understand what the problem is. Surely everybody's got the same amount of money as me. Plus we share each other everything equal.
So Azaka waits for a moment for the correct moment, then butts in again. So she tells you that Jabal charges a gold a day per guy per porter.
Well, that would be expensive. 6, 12, 18, 180 gold for 30 days. 6 people.
And they require, and like herself, they require Jabal will require 30 days payment up front.
And we've got to look after him, we've got to feed him, we've got to buy him equipment.
Well, what would it cost? I mean, if we know what it costs, then we can make the decision. I mean, we sold that unicorn horn and we stumbled into 1,000 gold pieces. So, money's no object right now.
Did we? Has that been split?
No, he got it in gems.
Yeah,
okay.
so we got like a 500 ruby in with Cade, and I've got a 500 ruby.
I'm just going to go and
Batch
turn the
of my
light on
rubies.
back in a second.
The thing is,
I've
it's
just,
all right running around with all these gems and all this money, but if we're not going to spend it, what's the point?
No,
I've just seen that one of the rumours is that we found out was about the Ardani Basin.
Yeah, there were a couple about that.
The peaceful tribe of fisherfolk called the Aldani angered Uptown by catching and eating all the lobsters in a river. As punishment for their greed, they were all transformed into monsters that dwell in the Aldani Basin.
Yeah, but have they not been seen in a long time or something like that? So it's like.
No, that's the Yuntai, isn't it?
No, so Azaka again
Yes.
butts in. It says the Eldani people were cursed by Ubtao, but have not been seen for several decades.
Ah, right.
No reports of sightings of them for at least 60 years or more.
Okay. Right. I suppose.
The Yantai are thought extinct and wiped out.
Yeah, they're not. We can absolutely confirm they're not wiped out. One of them tried to kill us just the other day.
She raises an eyebrow, spot-like.
Well, it's sort of like yay high, female, weird scales on her skin, dagger that looked pretty poisonous. In fact, I think you still got the dagger, Lazai, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So yeah, she didn't last long. Quick though, Lazai took ages to climb up that wall chasing her. Chuckle. Right. So I mean, what do you guys think? Shall we ask the question about the porters, and if it's like in our budget, we go, yeah, fine, whatever, go for it.
I mean, we could also wangle the porting Anzaruki at him. I could thrust it at him to try and get a cheaper discount, but
Yeah, I mean, I think
If
we
we've
should
got
ask
the
the question.
if we've got the money, like I say, you can just break down one of the rubies.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
I've got 2 lots of 5 gems as well, unless I split it between you guys. I've got a notepad. I don't keep everything on Foundry because I can't see it all the time.
I mean, out of character, I'd just give all the gems to Cade and let him keep them in his little pouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for Fuchs, trust the little weasel that likes to keep some readies on himself. Just in case he has to do a
Kid
midnight flick.
looks around, where is the visa? I can't see any visa.
Yeah, the weasel.
5
Um,
agates and 5 emeralds, agates, agates, whatever you call them.
I guess.
right. I mean, let's ask the question. I mean,
Yep.
if nothing else, it gives us options.
Yep.
Jacqueline, do you want to go take care of that? I mean, you got the key and everything and the invite.
We've still not heard from Jabal as far as I'm concerned. We've not been
No,
invited to talk to him.
Yeah,
No,
the Wakangu didn't ask him to have an audience with you. He just passed on information to us
correct.
or to him. So you've got to go and ask for the audience yourself.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'll go and ask for an audience for Jabal then, please.
Do you want someone with you?
Yeah, sure. Anybody wants to come, tag along.
For Fuchs will tag along just to, stretch his legs.
When are we looking to set off? Are we going to do it like tomorrow, or are we looking like the day after?
I'd
It's
say
still-
tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Unless
it's still
it's-
like
It depends on how quickly he can get the porters. Whether he needs like 24 hours or whether he needs an extra day.
Yeah, no, of course. We'll hopefully know that by the time we're back.
Just guesswork until we spot to Jabal.
So we'll tell her. Azaka then that we're looking to set off the next day, hopefully.
Should we just
But
pay
we're
her
not
now?
set on that.
She raises an eyebrow again and says, "I shall take rooms at here at the Thundering Lizard."
Okay.
Should we just we're going to take her out, so why don't we just pay her so she don't get flaky?
Says I am an honourable guide, and I am bound by the rules that's set down by Jabal. I've accepted your proposition, and I shall stand by it.
Okay, then so shall we, and we shall pay her.
Don't need to pay her.
No, no. Why
Oh,
don't we?
she's, oh no, sorry, yeah, she's the one that's doing it for free. Sorry, yeah, okay.
No. But why don't we pay her in case it all goes horribly wrong, and then she can give it back to us if we aren't able to help her get her thing back, whatever it is.
She's agree. She finds that arrangement agreeable.
Fantastic.
Fufuk's got the readies, so he'll hand over her money, which is what 150 GP. Is that right? 5
Yeah.
times 30. Yep. So Fufuk hands it to her in platinum. That's 15 platinum. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, right. She says she will. She'll await your call.
Okay.
She gets up and leaves.
I kind of like it.
Security
Strong
guide.
silent type. Yeah, strong
So
silent.
far, so good.
Right. Okay, let's go visit Jabal.
So we're not walking up there to knock his door down. We're just requesting an audience, yeah.
Yes, we should do it
On,
properly.
on the back of me being king of Neanzero.
Correct.
I've got a crown and everything.
Kind of key. Are we able to locate his villa, Phil?
So yeah, but it's asking around. It's almost everybody knows where each merchant prince's villas are located. So it doesn't take you too long to find it. And upon showing the papers and Tackling's key of the city, you easily gain access to Jabal's villa, and he receives you in one of the many gardens surrounding in the central courtyard.
Mm. We immediately compliment his
Right, where's a picture of
sense of-
Jabal? Let's see.
compliment his aesthetic and the laying out of his villa. I find it very sort of impressive.
Jabal.
Food like sucking up.
Should be a picture of Jabal somewhere.
Especially if people can tell his guides to dunk us in the deepest ravine they can find.
Jabal. No, that's the same one. It's not a full. Okay. There we go. That's Jabal.
Right, florid boughs all round. I mean, Tackling, do you want to, since you're the holder of the key?
Yeah, I'll greet him, introduce myself.
Says, your fame precedes you.
Aha, I am a big drinker.
Right, he steps forward and to shake your hand, and as he does, he exposes his arm from beneath his robes, and you can see his arms just a network of like scars and old injuries.
Ah, but he's a good
Respect.
story or two to tell. So yeah, we'll just lay out his plan. Tell well, not in every intricate detail, but we will let him know that we're after some cell swords, some odds bodies for carrying canoes, and if that's something that he could supply.
I can provide porters, of course. I understand you're intending to hire a Zaka Stormfang.
We are, yes, we already have. We've secured pay. We've gave her down payment, and she's going to be accompanying us.
Very good. Yes, I can procure porters at the price of gold per day. Of course, the standard charge of 30 days up front. How many do you require?
Are we in agreement that it's 6 out of character?
Yes.
Yeah. So we
Makes
would
sense.
be looking for 6. strong citizens. I don't want to sound sexist. I don't want to offend him. So yeah, 6 people that can carry 2 boats. Basically, we're looking for heavy lifters. Is that something that you could supply?
Yes, that won't be a problem. It'll take but a day or two to round up some suitable candidates. Of course, I will require the 180 gold up front.
180, 6, 12, 18. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Fufuk can cover it if you want.
I thought we were going to split everything between us out of character, but
Yeah,
Of course, it was take it as given that you will provide my employees with the correct protective gear and supply and relevant supplies.
yeah, we can feed them and keep them out of danger. What? Just out of curiosity, what would happen if they did something silly like got stung by bees and they were allergic to bees? What if one of them to die? What would be the penalty, as it were?
There's
Sorry,
no,
that sounds cruel.
the people they know the risks when they take on the job.
Oh, okay, cool. So we'll just look after them as best we can.
So long as there is no case for willful neglect.
Oh no, there's no case for willful neglect. We're not like that. Mostly.
No, not at all. Not
Five.
at all.
5 out of 6s are okay.
Fufuk hands over the 18 platinum pieces.
Okay.
Right,
Thanks you for it.
There was one final question, Tacklin, we wanted to ask Jabal.
He's escaping me. If you want to ask him. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
So he's got. You notice that like Jabal, there's all around this garden and around the interior of the villa. It's decorated with artifacts and relics, not magical artifacts and relics, that have been recovered from the jungle. So there's all sorts of things, all weapons and tribal masks, gold statues. There must be an absolute fortune in artifacts that have been recovered.
Didn't we get told that this is how he made his fortune?
Yes, you did. It was it's part of an expedition, and only he made it back.
Ooh, that's a little suspicious, but okay.
There's also amongst things like there's bits of there's framed pieces of ancient looking parchment, and amongst these kind of things there's like little scraps and like really crude sketches of like crude looking maps.
Oh,
I wonder if he knows.
They're like real, but they're all, like I said, they're like a lot of them are. Most of them look really old and they're faded, and a lot of them are just literally things like look like they've been just piece of parchment where they've like been drawn on with charcoal. And it's like you can tell just by looking at them. They're going to be not going to be accurate by any means.
Okay. I mean, do we want to tell them about our map, or do we want to keep that to ourselves for now?
No, we'll keep that to ourselves.
Yeah, keep it to
I think
ourselves.
what Kanga said.
When we shown the map to the pirates, we were fucked up. No.
Yeah.
I think Wakanga said the same thing as well, didn't he?
Okay, no, fair dues. I mean, obviously, I admire his collection. Clearly he's put it out here to be seen and impress visitors. So I try to make all the right cooing noises. And does he start talking about some of his experience?
Yeah, so he notices you looking at him. He says, "You appreciate my treasures."
Oh, we are we are most amazed. I have honestly never seen anything quite like this collection you've
Right.
assembled. Did you retrieve them yourself?
Says most of them, but some I've picked up and bought, picked up from other explorers along the way since I retired from exploring myself. He like takes down one of the framed like piece of maps that's drawn on a bit of parchment. Says I have a particular interest in such things as this. It is my ambition to map the continent in its entirety.
Oh, wow, that seems like
For such information, I would pay well, very well.
oh well, that is. I mean, I can understand it's a noble undertaking. That to map the whole children.
No, noble. The money could be made from achieving such an endeavour would keep my generations of my family in more wealth than they could ever need.
Well, I mean, if we're able to map some parts of Chult as we're exploring, I mean, would you be happy to? Would you be willing to see what we produce?
Indeed, I would. That is an interesting and very welcome suggestion.
Tackling can virtually see Fufuk virtually vibrating in excitement. Okay, okay. A little bit of caution. Last time we showed the map to somebody, we did get absolutely shafted. So fair dues. I'm sorry, Joel, I'm so distracted by this, but we did have one final question. One of our, shall we say, opponents, someone who's attempted to murder us in the past, we discovered has left on an expedition here in Chult by the name of Dyson, a tiefling you may be aware of. Would you be able to tell us where he's gone? Ideally, so we can find him and murder the living everlasting fuck out of him.
Says I couldn't quickly forget that one. No.
Well, let's just say he's a duplicitous, mendacious piece of crap who's a powerful spellcaster, and we barely survived the encounter last time. And he is running nefarious schemes across the globe, and his latest one involves him seeking a rare magical artifact, and we would like to get to it before him, and we would like to potentially murder him if the opportunity arises.
Kid is crackling his fingers at this point. He's mine.
It seems that I have something of great value to you then.
You do. I mean, what would this information be worth?
I don't know. How much is this information worth to you?
Well, to be fair, we have things to do, hence our expedition and the porters, etc. And we have laid out our general plans to yourself. So whether we know where he is or not, we will be proceeding with these plans.
Oh, there's a better picture
because
of Jabal.
Oh, okay, cool. But if you were to let us know that we may encounter Dyson upon our particular expedition, then we would be quite grateful, and obviously, our gratefulness would be, I'm sure, extended to passing on some, perhaps some artifact we locate in the hidden ruins of Omu, that you could display prominently within your garden, something suitable and impressive. trying to basically blag him with something we may find in the
You
future.
can make a persuade roll.
I really need a higher charisma for this shit. That's as high as it's gonna get, boys.
That's what he said.
It's that sounds reasonable, but perhaps some upfront incentive would be in order as well, just in case, for instance, you were unlucky enough not to return.
Do you have a suggestion in mind?
I believe the onus is on yourselves. It's I have it. I have what you want. What are you prepared to give me?
God, these people are so bloody mercenary.
We
All my cool shit was stolen by the fucking pirates.
out of character. Could we not just drop the fact that we're on a quest to save everybody's soul? How does he feel about his soul?
Well, turns out no one around these parts seems to give a shit about
Hmm.
that. Yeah, I mean, I will actually start mentioning that. I'll just sort of say, look, you know, our mission, which we try to keep quiet, is actually to try and save everyone's immortal souls. We are pursuing.
He holds his hand up. He says, "Yeah, this save your moral preaching. I'm well aware you're not the first people to have been sent into the jungle searching for this death curse.
Dealing with mercenaries, you've got to appeal to the mercenary nature.
He
Yeah.
says, he smiles. He says, I can see you didn't know that, did you?
Nope.
No. Well, other than Dyson, because we figured he'd be looking for it. That
You didn't know your so-called patron had sent others into the jungle before you, did you?
patron? Oh, do you mean Wakanga?
No.
No.
The
Guy
woman.
above him. Yeah.
The one
Yes,
was
we asked.
Sylvana.
And Syndra, won't it?
Syndra, sorry, yeah. Syndra Sylvana.
No, we had not known that. To be fair, you know, thank you. It is, you know, we thank you for that info, but it doesn't actually change what we need to do. But yeah, I appreciate that's not going to sway you then.
No.
So
like I
would-
say, I can't guarantee that you will return. So your offer of return with treasures is very appealing. I'm quite happy to take that as part of the bargain. But there's no guarantee that you'll return, considering the people that were sent before you were. How can I put this? Veterans.
veterans of. Sorry, do you mean old people?
I think it means experience.
Oh, right.
Indeed,
experience.
the bald one has it.
I'm not quite sure what you'd value. 100 gold pieces. Would that be sufficient for the?
He laughs and then looks at you and says, "Oh, sorry, I thought that was a joke."
Ah. Well, I'm afraid my pockets don't run that deep. I'm afraid. I would love the information. Don't get me wrong, and I would love to provide you with a memorable artifact from an exciting and bold, daring mission down to the hidden ruins of Omu. But unfortunately, it looks like at this time we may have to do without that piece of information. But thank you for your time.
Such a shame. If you happen to change your mind, you can send
Nope.
me word.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Tacklin, do we have any other business here?
No, I think we've got everything we need, haven't we?
Right. We make our very florid thanks and much admiring of his artifacts, and then we skedaddle, I think.
What about confirming when they're going to be ready to go?
He said a day or two together, the
Oh,
porters. Yeah.
Send word, Thunder and Lizard.
Yeah. Yeah. And I suppose we head back.
Yeah, so he says he'll coordinate everything through Azaka.
Does he have an idea how much it's going to cost us to keep him up on this expedition, saying it's 30 days? Just so we know what to buy for him.
What? How much? Sorry.
How much it's going to cost? How much it's going to cost to equip his 6 guys?
It says that's down to you to equip them. It's on it's your responsibility. The better equipped your entourage is, the more successful your expedition, I imagine.
What do I mean, this is obviously while we're walking back. What do they mean by equip? Does it mean like
armor.
armor and arms and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Sort of like I mean, studded leather's like 45 gold pieces a pop. You get them hide armor and a shield. That'll give them some armor class.
Leather armor.
No, it won't be. It won't be referring to that. It'll be like the food, like insect repellent, just like the non-combatants.
Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha. So we're talking
so
food,
rations and insect repellent, basically.
fresh water,
Tent.
protection.
The bedroll.
Yeah, bedrolls and tents.
Okay. Cool. Right, so we I suppose tackling, we head back and give everyone the good news.
We are on.
A day or two, we should have everybody gathered.
At the minute.
So it's provisioning, basically, of the people, not
That's 12.
equipping.
Yeah, I think so.
Provisions and equipment that they'll require.
12 plus. Let the paladin know, like they're going to need to get some insect repellent.
Yep.
Okay.
And let them know that we'll be ready to go in 1 or 2 days once we've got the porters ready for the expedition.
Okay, right. Yeah, fair enough. So she thanks you for letting her know. You also learned that she's a priest, not a paladin.
All right, okay.
God,
Priest.
even worse.
So tell her she'll not be able to travel in that armor.
Yeah, I'll let her know about the jungle and the heat with the armor. Might find that it becomes a bit exhaustive.
Right. She'll take that under consideration. She'll just carry it instead then.
It'll end up being the same.
Or get a porter to carry it. She says she can't. She can't leave it behind. Or
She might
Okay.
want to buy herself some studded leather to wear in the meantime. Yeah, but Fafuk's not there, so never mind.
Repellent. So we're going to have to buy repellent for the guide, 6 porters. Are we buying repellent for Inette?
Yeah, let's do it because she's got it then. Because otherwise, it's going to be one of
So
those
it's
things.
12,
I've not
14,
got it.
16.
Well, we can't. If we buy like the incense to keep a whole camp clear, right?
Yeah, but one of the salves
Yeah, but
lasts
there's
24 hours.
Yeah, it's pointless buying the incense. You're better off buying the salve because it lasts 24 hours and it's water repellent.
Fair dues.
Rations.
7 times.
Because you're not going to be able to make good berries for everyone, are you?
GP. Actually, I'm not. I think it might be 10. It's 10 good berries. Keeps you full.
Because there's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 before us, 5.
Yep.
So there's going to be altogether
9.
14 of us.
And
Well,
how
yeah,
many-
you've got
Arcana,
6
yeah.
porters. You've got Inet, you've got Azaka, and then you've got Undrill.
Yeah, of course.
So there's 9, and then us 5, 14.
And one god is like got 20 days, essentially got 20 days worth of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that insect repellent, you're going to have to buy 2 for each person.
Yep. So that's 9.
So 16 insect repellents,
9 bedrolls, 9 GP, and then
3 canoes.
So the insect repellent is £1 each in weight.
And they've got no weight at all in the thing.
They'll be carrying them though, won't they?
yeah, they can carry their own deodorant.
Yeah, I'm just talking about buying them for the moment
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just getting a shopping list.
Yep. So it's your responsibilities to like get all the equipment, manage all the equipment, decide who's carrying what, and keep track of everything.
So you've got 3 canoes.
Which is now 150, not 100. So I'm
Yeah.
tell you GP. So I got 150 GP for canoes, 9 GP for bedrolls, 18 GP for the
Insect repellent.
Yeah.
How much for bedrolls did you say?
9.
Yeah, 9 GP, 1 per person. 1 GP per person. Do
Well,
they
I
need a
assume
10?
Azaka has all their own stuff.
Oh, it's better to have it in it just in case, because
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And 10.
how many does a tent hold? Can we get a big tent that sticks them all in?
Sorry.
2-person tent, oh fuck. So we're gonna need another 5 tents. It's another 10 GP.
Oh my
2
god, it's
man,
getting ridiculous.
2-man tents, aren't there?
Yeah.
So you need 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5.
Well, you need 3
Yeah,
because
3.
everyone else can go in Lehman's tiny hut.
I know, but do we really want to be sleeping with peasants?
No.
Well, there's going to be the priest, the guide,
Well, they can come in.
and
yeah,
in it,
sure.
and us 5.
Let's just get 3 tents then. No?
Yeah.
I'm happy to dissuade it otherwise. So that's another 6 GP. Can we pick tents up, Phil?
What?
Can we pick tents up? As in the market, can we find tents? Yeah, cool.
I think Phil's got his
Uh,
mouth full of something.
Right. So now we just need to worry about rations.
I can create food and water. It just means that it's one less variety type spell I have.
But if we can buy it and then make them carry it, then
If you buy, because we can survive on the good berries for up to, what do you say, 10 people?
And the guide could probably
24
help
hours a
identify
day.
edible food in the jungle.
So we need rations basically for the porters.
6 people for 30 days.
Yeah.
Eating
Yeah.
what, twice a day, 3 times a day?
Well, one
Yeah.
one day's ration, isn't it, per
Yeah,
person?
Yeah. So it's 30 per. So that's what, 180?
Yeah.
Can't work out right because that's 180 pounds.
Yeah. And that's going to have to be split between the 6 of them.
5 times 180. Get sold.
900.
Wow.
Nine hun-
Bloody hell.
nine hun-
rations are expensive now. They're 5 silver pieces per day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's basically a gold for 2 days worth of ration.
So it's 15 per person.
Yeah.
15 times 3 is.
I can cast a spell
Okay.
that'll feed us all.
So it's 90
Okay.
gold to feed them all for 30 days with
But
rations.
Yeah, but I can. But from the weight and the convenience side, I mean, I can cast a spell that feeds us all.
What we could also do with Tekken, for you to cast that Create Water, is a large piece of canvas that we can just string up. That you can just
Barrel.
cast well, a barrel's going to be too cumbersome. That's why a large piece of canvas that we can
Would
just
work.
string up that you can cast the water into, so it just holds it all, and everyone can fill the water skins from that.
Better idea. Better
Water
idea.
skins?
Sneaky idea. No, better idea. Cast it in the canoe.
Ew.
Well, it's
Yeah,
fresh
but
water.
yeah,
but
but
my
then
feet
it's
would be
not.
in
It's not
there.
going to be going into a fresh receptacle, though, is it?
No.
Or it will be fresh in another way.
Funky fresh. Do we need to buy water skins as well then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
But I think a large piece of canvas is going to be needed that we can just stretch out.
Okay.
That's a
So
silver
it's
piece for a square yard.
2 silver pieces for 9 people, so that's what, 18 silver pieces
How many square yards are we going to need?
for all that water.
Not a lot. Not a lot. Because remember, a ton of water is only a meter by meter by meter. So you just need like 2 meters. 2 meters by 2 meters, and then you could probably hold like half a ton of water. It's plenty.
GP rations and 18 silver pieces for water skins. XP skins. So that's 177, 183, 27, 279, 18, 27, 273. So I got 273 gold pieces and 18 silver pieces for canoes, bedrolls, insect repellents, tents, rations, and water skins.
Don't forget to tot up the weights as well, because you'll need
So
to know how much weight each person's carrying.
they can carry their own.
Yeah, no, but
Piss.
still need to know how much each person's going to be carrying.
We're going to need 2 square yards canvas.
Yeah.
And also,
So that's
if there's
2 silver pieces.
like unique items like that, you'll have to make a note of who's carrying that. So stuff that everybody's carrying, it doesn't matter. But if there's like that, the canvas, then you need to know which specific bearer is carrying that.
Why do you hate us so much?
No, I think this is just the price of adventuring in Chult is just you're just fucking hit by logistics all the time.
How much for the canvas? 2 silver pieces.
2 silver pieces, 2 square yards.
Yeah, got that then. Alright, so 273 GP, 20 SP. That's money. Weight wise, here we go again.
Rations is £2, isn't it?
£2 per day.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it is.
It's a lot heavier than it used to be.
It's ridiculous, to be honest.
£150 for the canoes. The bedrolls. Either end of there, I think it's the next to now tonight.
£300 just for rations.
Fuck's sake.
No, seriously, it'll just be easier for food costs. Create food and water.
And it'd serve as 90 GP. I can create food and water as well if needs be.
I mean,
Both of them.
I'm kind of less interested in the money saving and
It's
more
just-
interested in the fact that it's 300 pounds of weight.
Yeah, fuck that. I think you're right.
We'd have to buy a bloody T-Rex to carry all this stuff.
How much you say that insect repellent weighed, Phil?
£1. 'Cause it's
A
in the-
pound
it's in
per
the-
salve?
per gourd, because it's in a clay gourd.
All right, because it doesn't have any weight when you look at it in the items.
Yeah, I know.
No, a gourd is like a hollowed out dried melon thing.
Well, it can be.
He says a gourd or vial.
Yeah, so it's £1. It's like a clay vial or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's 9 of them then, yeah.
Don't forget you've got to cover. You've
Oh,
got to
there's
how
2.
much the size of it, because you've got to tear and you've got to cover yourself from head to toe with it. So that's a lot for 20 applications. That's not a small, a little. You know, it's not a little jar. It's not a little miniature jar of Vaseline.
Is it possible to do it like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator? Just, mud.
You can try it. By all means, you're welcome to try.
I'm sorry, not being cheapskate. Just all this, logistics is that's Kate's, favorite thing.
Come cast fireball on some kid. Makes him feel better.
I'm not. No. I'm not doing that thing.
Canvas doesn't have a weight.
Canvas doesn't have a weight. What's
No.
the weight of a tent?
Canvas is heavy.
It's not going to be the same weight as a tent.
No, I know it's not going to be the same weight as a tent. I'm saying, what's the weight of a tent?
7
£20.
No, are you sure?
£20.
What about?
Wow. So we'll say it's about a quarter of that then.
Yeah, £20. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at bedroll.
So,
So
what?
it's £20. 2-man tent. Yeah, I would say a quarter of that's because a 2-man tent's probably that'd be if you're buying 2 metre by 2 metre sheet of canvas. Quarter of that'd be so that's 4, so that's 8.
so
8 square meters of canvas is easy the size of a 2-person tent, I'd say.
So, with including the ration, if we included them, that's £574.
So like
How
I
much
say,
can
you'd have to
how much can one
divide it.
person want?
You'd have to divide it up amongst each one. So people, you have to assume that the guides have average strength of.
They're going to be over encumbered.
11. So.
They're going to be over encumbered because it'd be 95.6666 for pounds if you divided it between them all.
If you take out the food,
So if you take out the food, 300, £274 divided by 6 is 45.66.
Which is under 50, which is
spot on.
spot on.
Yeah,
did we
leave the food and we
tally
can-
not to
sorry.
be a killjoy, but did we tally a full water skin into this?
Did we tell him what?
A
Full water skin. Because the full water skin is £5.
Yeah.
And we're going to.
Per person.
So I'm just want to make sure I don't want to get caught short.
No, it's a good shout.
I would imagine the insect repellent, everyone's going to be carrying their own.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Same with
So-
water skin.
All of that's 16 insect repellents. There's only going to be 12 that's carried by
Porters.
the porters.
Mm.
So if I do that plus 12 plus 3 plus.
Didn't sign up for all this maths.
So yeah, carry weight is
Exactly £45 each.
So they can
Good.
carry. The porters will be able to carry 5 times their strength, which would be £55 before they'd like become encumbered.
So they'd all be carrying the equivalent of £45 each. If we got rid of the ration, So that saves 75 gold. Because everyone will be carrying their own insect repellent. Out of the 16 we'd be buying, 12 would go to the porters, the other 4 would go to the guide and Inet. So they'd be carrying £2 each.
Brilliant.
The only other thing they probably need to buy to make sure they can carry the canoes and what they're carrying is obviously a backpack for them.
Yep, so they'll need backpacks each to carry the stuff.
So no, that's an extra £5 each and 2 gold pieces. So that's 12 gold pieces, £5. So that's another £30. Right. So the water skins are £5 each as well. You said, didn't you?
Yeah, when they're full, they're £5 each.
Plus 30. Got it. Sick. We'll come to exactly £55 each, which is right on there.
Yeah, just on their limit. Anything above that, and they'd drop 10 feet worth of
10
movement.
feet of movement. I'm carrying something that seems to be putting me slightly over into encumbered. What is?
Sorry, I've just been dealing with dog. What we're doing?
I think we've worked it out, so it comes to £55 each, right on the limit.
Or for the newlings, or for us as well?
No, that's just for them.
Oh, cool.
Their stuff. Worked out £330 worth of stuff altogether. So between the 6 of them, that works out £55 each. That's including backpacks, water skin, 2 square yards of canvas, 3 2-man tents, 9 bed rolls, 12 insect repellents, and 3 canoes.
Cool. Are we confident that we could prep them up then?
Oh, I'll make sure that priest has got a water skin and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Is it a fair assumption that any non-combatant, any actual combatant is going to, including the guide, is going to be able to fend for themselves with regards to item management? Or I don't think we mind, feeding them and watering them, but asking them to make sure they know what they're carrying, so they're not killing themselves, sounds a bit daft to me.
So you can assume that the guide does. Otherwise, it'd be pretty fucking pretty useless
Shit.
guide.
yeah, you just need to make sure that the priest and Hinet
Okay,
have
so
got their stuff.
we're on 8 then.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
right, fine.
So you could. It's probably safe to assume that they've never. Inet's probably never even left the city, and they've both never been in the jungle.
Yeah. So obviously we've told the priest, so hopefully they'll buy their own stuff. So far I've got it to 144 gold and 6 silver pieces. And that's to cover the 6 porters and Hinet.
Okay, like I say, you need to split split it up. What each person's carrying, and particularly if somebody is carrying something, something unique.
Well,
So,
I reckon we just divide it in 2.
Hang on.
so it should be easy to do that, because if everybody's carrying a water skin, some insect repellent, some food, blah 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 blah, so you're just going to be like split them into 6, gets 6 spot groups of the same items, and then it's the other stuff, like I say, the things like perhaps the canvas that one person is going to be carrying.
Let's get this.
Because if something
The
were,
canvas,
God
the
forbid, if
canvas-
something were to happen to that person who had that item, then you need to know if
I'll take the canvas. It seems pretty pivotal. And I mean, if they kill me, you're all dead anyway, so. Canvas. It's a 2x2 meters.
Yeah, so it'll fold down.
Yeah. Hold
Well,
on
that
to no.
fold down to it fold down to probably you'd probably just be able to stuff it inside a backpack. It might fill a backpack like.
Seven.
So we're all sorted.
Hang on. Making sure I've got everything. New and bedroom. Canvas.
Yeah, I got it. It's in my inventory. Not equipping it. Quantity 2.5. 2.5. Just in
Water.
case.
So
Good.
yeah, you're still going to end up with 3 porters over encumbered. Why?
Why is that?
Because there's 3 tents. So every second porter's carrying a tent of £20. Without the tent, they come to 44 pounds worth of weight that they're carrying, including like the canoe, water skin, insect repellent, bedroll, and backpack. So
Yeah,
then every
I-
second one is going to be having 20 pounds extra added on top, taking them to 64 pounds.
Well, no, because if we load traditionally, you'd load the canoes and carry the canoes. So you'd spread each tent.
So yeah, if you put the stuff in the canoes and carry them between two people, it halves the weight essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if they're on 54 then. So every porter would be carrying 54.
tell them to all take a big shit before we leave, so they're not encumbered. So is that a solution? Then some of the provisioning's tied into the canoes. The canoes are carried, so it spreads the load.
It does make carrying the canoes more essential, of course, and it does mean making carrying the canoes a little bit more awkward than it would if you just carried them above the heads, and they'd be able to manipulate them more if, of course.
Well, we're not putting everything in the canoes. We
No.
just need to strap a tent. We just need to strap a tent into the base of a canoe.
Do they
Yeah,
need
because
backpacks?
everything
Do they
else
need
would be on the
backpacks if they've
backpack.
got Do they need backpacks if they've got canoes to just chuck everything in? Because that drops 30 straight away, doesn't it? Which would clear this issue up.
Well, that's true because without the weight of the backpacks themselves,
Backpack's £5 on its own. Times 6 is 30. You get rid of them backpacks. Just make sure they carry everything inside canoes, split between two. We ain't got a problem. We just have to make sure we protect canoes, which we're going to do anyway because it's got everything in that they need.
Yeah,
it
so
just needs.
you can do that, but of course that'll raise the importance of the canoes. And like I
Yeah.
say, it makes them more unwieldy because if they're empty, obviously you can like tip them on the side or end them up or whatever if you need to while you're moving about.
I'd rather them take the backpack, to be honest.
Okay. Well, just throwing it out there, they are non-combatants. So if we do run into a fight, it's not like they're going to be pulling swords out. They just get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
the
easier
danger
to
is
do
we
that
lose a
with
canoe.
the backpack, with the stuff in, instead of leaving the canoe, which might get damaged in a fight, and then we're down one canoe and nothing to carry all the stuff in.
Fine.
Yeah, so we basically are deciding that the guys are going to be encumbered.
Well,
So-
no, they're not, are they? Because if, like I said, if you put the tent still inside the canoe, just the tent, then that splits the weight between the two of them that's carrying the canoe. Everything else that can carry in the backpack, like the bedroll, the insect repellent, the water skin's going to be on I would imagine, on the side anyway, attached to a belt or something, or attached to the backpack.
I think we've micromanaged this enough.
That's going to come in at £54 exactly.
We know what we need to carry. We seem to have covered all bases. We've got means of carrying it, and we're making sure we're covering all bases when it comes to them carrying it if we need to. There seems to be a 30-minute discussion about a 60-second problem.
I mean, so Phil, are you comfortable that our maths is correct? That with tents strapped to canoes, backpacks all round, porters come in unencumbered, so we should be able to make average speed.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Awesome.
I'm going.
That's the list here.
Okay, so I'm relying, like I say, I can't see stuff, so I'm relying on you to, like I say, you're gonna have to take responsibility for managing that. Also, you'll need a revised marching order, of course.
Yeah, of course. We're going to do 2 people per canoe. 2 people a canoe, 2 people a canoe, 2 people a canoe. Somebody at back.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, so if so you can add that into the
Journal.
yeah.
Actually, we'll just.
You happy with your preparations? There's nothing else that that you think you might need?
We should ask the guides. Did we miss anything? What we are not aware of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll ask the guide if there's anything. We'll go over what we've purchased so far for the
Uh-huh.
porters, obviously, and everything, and just see if there's anything that they suggest that we might need, that we might have missed.
Let's see. There might be a few things that suggest that you may or may not already have. Let me
The only thing I can think of is a water catcher.
Got one. I've got one. I think
Also, a
Doesn't-
canvas can be intended for as well.
Yeah, exactly. We can create water, so that's not a huge issue.
6.
There's a stupid equipment list in the player's book.
Near the back somewhere.
Oh, the equipment. Adventuring gear. Right.
I'll lead up the rear, so that gives us space in the middle.
Oh, tack the kid in the middle.
Yes.
And me.
I've changed the marching order. If you want to put where you are inside there, or if anybody wants to.
So she
Change.
suggests if she just reels things off, you know, so, whether you'll have them or so suggest like at least one spare set of clothes, perhaps some fishing tackle,
Kate's already got some.
at least one grappling hook and at least one rope.
I've got them.
Got that, yeah.
Some hunting traps might be useful.
Those things are bloody heavy.
Some climbing equipment might also be useful. Light sources,
Yeah, got that covered.
oil.
Do we have oil? Don't think we do.
Yeah.
It says a 10-foot pole is always very useful.
A what?
A 10-foot pole.
Huh.
A good old 10-foot pole.
People of any adventuring party.
I don't think I've ever seen a 10-foot pole.
Yes, we have one.
Who's got that?
Me.
Don't tell me it's you.
Yeah.
You are carrying a 10-foot pole. You are carrying a 10-foot
No,
pole.
no, I have that magic item thing, you know, which can be 10.
What?
You could get a 10-foot pole and fit it inside that pouch of yours because it fits
Yeah,
in the opening.
yeah, it's a immovable rod.
No, it wasn't. The pouch is the size of a
fist.
backpack. Yeah, the opening size of fist is the size of a backpack inside, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah.
And the immovable rod is only like, what, a foot long or
Yeah.
2 foot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Full.
Okay. My bad. I misunderstood. Sorry.
So
I thought it is collapsing as well. My bad.
No.
Sorry. It would be
um,
nice. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
We're in the woods. We're in the forest. We're in the jungle. We can't find a 10-foot tree to chop down.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, so other than that, she couldn't come up with anything else that you haven't got on your list. Maybe some whetstones to keep your weapons in order, because you'll find that if you don't look after your equipment, oil and sharpen your weapons and oil your any other metal things like armor and stuff, it'll soon deteriorate in the jungle.
Yeah, appreciated. I think
Also, you might want some canvas, especially some treated canvas, if there's anything that you want to protect from getting wet or damp, because things will get very wet.
Is that a promise?
Yes, that's a promise. Because don't forget, it rains almost every day.
Yeah.
And if it's, you can get sort of like monsoon weather where you'll not even be able to, you can't, you'll not even be able to travel in it.
Hunting trap, £25.
yeah, it's not worth.
When we were doing hunting off, basically, as it were, the hunting trap was like an addition. So you'd leave it down, and then you'd go hunting with your javelins, your swords, your bow and arrows, and then you'd come back and check the trap. So I think fine. I think we're good. I don't think we need it.
Okay. So, are you confident? Are you confident in your preparations then?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Supremely confident.
Right. So, Jabal proves good to his word, and by on the morning of the second day, the 16th of Reddiwheat, it's just after 9 o'clock in the morning, and I've got the name. Is it Jazaka or
Who?
Azaka? Azaka informs you that that she's assembled the porters, and with the equipment and are ready to leave.
Excellent. I assume the cleric Undril Silver Tusk is there,
Yep. So everybody's there.
and Inet.
Yep. Everybody's there.
Awesome. Right. Do we
So,
want to?
or have you assigned who's going to go in canoes as well?
Sorry, you said there was a list for marching order.
It's just completely. I've just thrown it together. If you want to, I put myself in there, but I don't know if anybody else wants to
So
pick
yeah,
their
so
own
you'll need to
positions.
decide. Obviously, you'll need to decide who's going in which canoes. I mean, you all might be in one canoe, and all the porters in another canoe, or what? I don't know.
Well,
Obviously that could be, it could be important to know that.
well,
Where's
there's three canoes, and there's three. This is just completely metagaming, but there's three damage sponges in me and the monks. So maybe one of us in each of them, and then fill the rest out with everybody else. I think the guide should probably go first in the first canoe. I don't mind going in the last canoe.
I'll go in the first canoe with Zaka.
Okay.
Cool. No, that looks fine to me. I mean, Fu can't swim, so he's going to ask Katie if he can
Yeah.
cast water breathing
Four.
on us.
Six.
Listen,
Mm.
I have been casting that spell every midday until further notice.
Excellent. That's always good news.
That's what we agreed on long time ago, and we paid for the spell. I mean, the party paid, so it's coming every day. Except when we were present with that, stupid thing in my mouth.
Yeah. Excellent. Right. So I suppose we're good. So which way, Azaka?
Okay, so so she leads you through the city streets and out through the gates to the old city, past Executioner's Run, past the huge sinkhole that serves as like a landfill for the city, which is
Lovely.
that thing that you were all wondering what it was on the map. And out beyond the outskirts of the city and into follows along the like fringes of the jungle, so the road disappears within less than like quarter mile beyond the city walls. There's just no actual proper roads. There's lots of trails and paths, and you eventually she tells you that by the end of the day, before you need to set camp, you'll come to the mouth of the river Socean Star, and then you can set camp and then start your way down the river the following morning.
Upriver.
Upriver.
Cool.
Okay, so as you're going along, she sort of starts imparting a bit of knowledge that a few things you should be aware of.
I'll be making these jungle nature rolls based on what she's saying.
Not just on what she's saying, but you can do what, as we were doing, like we discussed before.
Yeah. But I never had a guide before, did I? Is it an advantage that we said? Can't remember. Can't look into it. Sorry, carry on. I'll look into it.
Not specifically, no. Not unless you unless you wanted to be like act as a tutor, talk her into like tutor on as well, but that will slow your progress.
No, I'll just take it all in. I'll fire over.
Okay, so bright light filters through the thick, intensely green foliage above you, and huge broad leaves line the path ahead as the heat waves rise off the ground. Insects buzz in and out of your view, suddenly scatter as a faint rumble echoes from far within the jungle. So as you're walking along, Azaka imparts a few bits of knowledge. She tells you that noise you can hear for a start is probably one of the volcanoes that far to the south. She says if we ever come across a Batari village, they can be very dangerous for a number of reasons, not least of which is the legend that the village can actually fly like a meteor.
What the fuck?
Off topic for a minute. I've just updated the marching orders with the canoes. Change them if you want to move elsewhere.
So what's a Batari?
She says, so she explains it, but Batari is basically goblins that are native to Chult.
They can fly like a meteor.
She says the legend stories tell that their villagers can fly like meteors through the sky.
Wow. These are very different goblins to the ones that I'm used to.
She also tells you that Batari fight in battle stacks.
What is a battle stack?
So they form battle stacks, so they'll stand on top of each other and like form a living totem pole, and they attack like that.
Are they compensating for something? I'm sure too.
They must be.
She says, she says you shouldn't underestimate them.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to work it out because I never, heard of anything like this. And how high do they stack themselves?
So
how many of them?
So it's usually about 3 high, so maybe 9, 10 feet tall.
Okay.
That's tall.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
So she tells you.
Sorry.
Go on.
What's the best way to defeat a battle stack like this? Do you have any experience on this?
She says she tries to avoid. She's a guide, so she wouldn't be a very good. She tries to avoid combat if possible, and angering a tribe of Batari is the last thing she wants to do. So no, she's never had to fight away.
Okay, and these people, are they violent or are they aggressive or do they like foreigners? What do they do? I mean, if they see us our expedition, turning up at that territory,
It,
what would be their reaction?
it depends on the tribe. Some are more aggressive than others.
Mhm.
I would advise a cautious approach. Don't immediately go on the offensive.
Okay, is it possible to bribe them with some gifts?
It may be. It depends on the tribe.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Thank you.
She also reminds you that you should treat the dinosaurs of the jungle with respect, as they are regarded as the children of Ubtao.
Hmm.
She also tells you to be on the lookout for Ariath roots. These roots, if you consume them, make you strong, and the more you eat, the better. So they're quite rare, and she very rarely sees them. So
Roots of
Ryath roots. So
right.
she describes what they look like.
I'll take note of that.
Okay. So yeah. So let's see. So your first day in the jungle, or rather walking, pretty much threading your way through the edges of it, is pretty uneventful, and good to Azaka's word, by just about an hour before sunset, you come to the mouth of the Soshan Star River. Which put here about here. Where there's a wooden bridge has been constructed across the river, which she tells you is the main route to one of the many mines in the Mistcliff Mountains.
Interesting. Is it like a pontoon bridge or an actual bridge set into the?
Yeah, so it's actual bridge. It's made. It's all logs and vines, and mainly it looks like it's repaired on a regular basis.
Cool.
So yeah, so suggest this as a good spot, um, and as safe a spot as it's good as you're ever gonna get in the jungle, um, to set your first camp up.
Brilliant. So I suppose the porters, I mean, chit-chatting to them, have they been in the
So
jungle before?
so a lot of them have been on expeditions. They don't they seem quite ignorant, though, um, compared to the guys you've spoke to. They basically try and uh, stay away from anything they're told to stay away from.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so they go about when you set up Azaka, tell them they're going to set up camp, and they basically do all the grunt work, setting the tents up and clearing any undergrowth around from the immediate vicinity, so there's no like chance of like snakes being creeping into the camp, or sort of nearby. So they do all that, set up like a campfire and all that kind of stuff. Store all the equipment away.
Brilliant. This is quite nice. Could get used to this.
Well, yeah, picked up.
Bill,
Yes,
as we're travelling,
yes.
are we would we be taking short rests?
You'll have to stop to make a short rest. Although it'll be assumed that you'll stop. You'll stop for a short rest at midday.
I'm just wondering while we're travelling, whether or not I should assume beast form because I get advantage on perception checks just to make sure that I'm not being followed or there's anything coming up. But I get to do that twice per short rest for an hour.
There'll be a stop for lunch, won't there? So
But I could do it once every couple of hours, I guess. Short rest and then do it again every couple of hours before big rest. Just for an hour. So like once,
Don't
for
forget
like
your
four.
don't forget your intelligence plummets.
Everything stays the same, doesn't it?
Oh no, yours stays same, doesn't it? Yeah, sorry, I'm
It does,
thinking-
yeah.
yeah, it is in polymorph, is it?
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's not polymorph.
Yeah. So just 4 times a day then. I will go into which one is it? Direwolf. Keen hearing and smell. Advantage on wisdom. Perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Okay.
So just to make sure that we're not being followed or if there's anything coming up in that opportune moment.
Okay, right. So yeah, doing that unnerves the porters somewhat.
I'll warn them before I do it.
So, well, regardless, it still unnerves the porters seeing something like that happen. But they eventually, although it makes them permanently wary of you, they get used to it as best they can. So,
I just
there
tell
is
them not to. I just tell them not to sniff his butt when he's in there.
Let me sniff there, but
Fuck. Don't come, close to Kate, okay? Stay away from me.
I've got my leg up on you.
I'm a big wizard. You have to be careful with me.
You're a
Fuck.
big wizard. You are
Yes, I am.
anything but a big wizard. Direct
The
opposite
teeny
of a big
tiny
wizard.
wizard.
Listen, I turn sideways. Can you see big old one-eye scarf on my belt? See, that's what I'm talking about. Big wizard.
Sorry, Phil, you were saying something before we so rudely interrupted.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Right, there we go. Okay, so the way we will conduct this. So presumably you can see the party token on the map.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, also point out there's the location of Vaughn, the shield guardian that
Yeah.
that Wakanga
Okay, cool.
added to the map.
Cool, I'll mark it on the other map too.
This is the general area that Azaka tells you that Oralunga is. This general area over here. You see where I'm pointing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the general. So around here is the Aldani Basin. Over here is the Firefinger.
Sorry, do that again, please. Do that again.
Over
5
here, somewhere over here on this side of the river.
Gotcha.
Might even be able. I don't know. Can I draw on this? Let's see if I can draw on it. So, yeah. So, Oralunga, Firefinger, Aldani Basin.
There's a big basin.
So that's just like I say, she can't. She's not able to point out an exact location, but she gives these a general area. So they may or may not be off to one degree or another. So every day when you're traveling through the jungle, you at the beginning of every day you have to nominate somebody that will be the navigator, which is most likely to be the guide, but it can be anybody. So then you'll nominate somebody to make a hidden roll so that only I can see it, and that will determine whether the party becomes lost or not. If the party becomes lost, then you will not know where you are. This token party token will not move. So you'll not know where you are on the map until you successfully make a navigation roll, and then the token will reappear wherever you actually are. So usually you'll cover 1 hex per day. Of course, when you set off, you'll choose a direction. So you'll make a navigation roll, you'll choose a direction, and you'll either head in, or rather, you'll choose a direction, then you make a navigation roll, and you'll either head in that direction or you won't. So yeah, so traveling at normal pace, you'll cover 1 hex a day on foot through coastal, jungle, mountain, swamp, or wasteland terrain. If you're on the canoe, if you're traveling by river, you'll cover 2 hexes a day. So the rate of travel up and down the rivers is the same because the rivers are really slow moving. It's almost impossible to tell which way the rivers are flowing. That move that slow. Obviously, that's different if there's any waterfalls or things like that. If you can, obviously you can take canoes through a swamp, but traveling through a swamp in a canoe halves your. Well, traveling through a swamp halves your movement.
Fair dues.
If you move at a fast pace, there's a chance of covering an additional hex that day, but you might mess up and not cover any and not really gain any ground. But you will take a minus, that will incur a -5 penalty on passive perception checks. Or alternatively you can travel at a slow pace, which again runs the risk of you covering less ground, but it means you travel more stealth. You can travel stealthily and quieter, so your perception is less chance you're getting walking into getting ambushed by something. What else? Of course, you got to consume minimum of 2 gallons of water over the course of the day. If you haven't had 2 gallons of water, then it's a DC 15 Constitution check at the end of the day, and if you fail, you lose a level of exhaustion. If you've been traveling at a fast pace, there's a -5 penalty to that check. And beast not getting a beast of burden, so that doesn't count. And there you go.
Right, so create food and water level 3 spell. Create 45 pounds of food, 30 gallons of water. Can use containers within a specified range.
Is the canvas
8,
we've
10.
got?
Well, it says any containers within specific range, so I could probably cast it straight into water skins.
All right.
I mean, Phil, what do you say?
I would say
It says in containers within range as plural. So it's a 3rd level spell.
yeah. Food and water. Of water on the ground or in containers within range.
Yeah, it's plural and it's containers, so I figured
yeah.
water skins cover it. Sorry, I really should have read that before we bought the tarpaulin.
Spells for eating.
Well, the tarpaulin is still safe to have as a backup anyway.
Oh yeah.
Food is bland and filling water skins with create water.
I think the thing with the we did before was one person does create food and water at lunch, because we basically drink your water up until lunch, and then it needs refilling at that point.
Yep.
Then another one can do it the following morning.
It's a level 3 spell, so I think I'm the only one who can do it.
10 gallons.
No, I can create water, food and water.
They'll say, oh, okay, cool, brilliant.
Alright, can you use full water?
Sorry, I might have misled you. I can create food in the form of good berries, but I can also create water as well. I don't know if create food and water is a different spell.
Yeah, create food and water is level 3.
Yeah, and you can only create 10 gallons of clean water.
Yeah.
In an open container.
It's like a barrel or something.
So water skins might be a problem because it has to be like an open container.
No, that's just for create water.
That's create or destroy water. But create food or water just says in containers within range.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm just saying. This is what I'm reading on the when I'm looking it up.
Well, the create water spell specifically says open container, but the 3rd level spell is in containers.
Yeah.
Any containers.
I mean, the implication there as well is it brings its own container.
No, it says in any containers within a specific range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, either way, we either cast direct into
Yeah.
the
So
water
so yeah, from
or
what I'm so to people trying to get clarification on that, they're saying it's although the word they're saying it's the same, that they have to be open containers. So you could have like a load of open top barrels and it go into them. It wouldn't necessarily, so that wouldn't necessarily work with water skins.
okay,
So
so
we
we
just-
cast in the top hole and then
Yeah.
we just
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it's semantics, really, I suppose.
Semantics, yeah.
But yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's just an extra 20 minutes of fucking about, basically. Cool.
I mean, funnily enough, I've got shit water as well, so I could have just turned it into a big ball that we can all just grab it out of. Wee, run up and we didn't need
Be funny.
tarpaulin. But anyway, so I've read it up for the foreseeable: create or destroy water and Goodberry to keep us fed and watered.
And I'll swap out one of my 3rd level spells for that one. I'll probably dump Water Walk, which I've had permanently memorized for like 6 months. Yeah, cool.
So yeah, while you camped as well, where are we? Encounters.
Sorry, chaps. I'm afraid I've got to go.
Fair enough.
Are we okay to park here?
Yep, it's probably a good
Yeah.
spot to leave it.
Yeah, cool.
Caesars. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, charming. I'll drop out before you get all creative. Thanks, chaps.
Radio.
See you later. Have a good
See you.
See
See
you
you. Bye
later.
bye.
See you later.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Okay,
See ya.
shall do.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See you.